All right, y'all, we got another one here for the summer. 1970 Buick Electra, deuce and a quarter. Convertible, obviously. Like I said, this thing is ready for the summer. So stay tuned. Take you all around her. Take her on the test drive. Get her up on the All right, y'all, let's get into it. First thing that you notice, actually, I don't know. You might notice the color. Might notice the wheels. So got a beautiful set of 26-inch dub wheels, super clean. We'll look at them to make sure they don't have any scuffs and things like that. And then this gorgeous brown paint. I really like this color. I think the paint job is pretty decent. Probably give it about a, let's say about an 8.5. Like I said, we'll go around it and see if we got any big things to point out. First, looking at the car, obviously all the trim is intact on the bottom, around the wheel wells. Chrome looks super solid. If you're in the deuce and a quarters, sometimes these fall off, a lot of them. So, got the side skirts as well, tucking the 6s in the back. All the emblems back there. Looking down the side, she appears to be pretty straight. I don't see any waves or dents to point out. Looking over the trunk, no imperfections in the paint to point out, just your normal love marks from, washing and waxing. Rear bumper looks pretty solid. I'm not seeing any big dents. I'm not seeing any rust or pitting or anything. We'll check it out once it's on the rack to get up underneath it. Let me slide by. We're a little bit close to the wall back here, so like I said, still checking it out. All the trim intact, and then coming down the driver's side appears to be pretty straight as well. Top is in perfect condition. It's brown as well. When we do the test drive and I come back, I try to remember to go ahead and put it up. Mirrors look solid. It's the original OG with the Buick symbols in them. And then we also got the Buick motors on the glass as well. We made sure not to take that off. Wheels definitely look clean all the way around. Not seeing any curb rash. We'll get a better look once we get on the rack. Looking at the hood, I'm not seeing any indentations or anything like that. And the glass itself is solid too. There were no cracks or anything in the windshield. Front bumper, no dents and no pitting or rust or anything. Let me go ahead and pop the hood. Underneath, we got power brakes. We got AC. We'll see if it works. And of course, we got power steering. She does have a big 455. So, relatively clean underneath. No rust to point out. Looks like they took pretty good care of it. So, like I said, we'll check it once on startup to see how the climate is. Let me go around this side to check the trunk. Never get the keys right when there's more than one on here. Trunk is completely empty. Looks like they pulled out all of the carpet and everything. So got a little bit of surface rust, but no real rust. No soft spots, no patchwork. Just, dry because there was no coating here ever for the last, 50 years. So 55 years. So solid trunk though. Go ahead and check out the interior. Interior is pretty solid. I'll probably give it about an 8 as well. Solid black. I'll point out some of the flaws. Let's start with the passenger door. All the windows do work as well. Passenger door looks pretty solid. The door seals probably could use some replacing. I don't know what happened there. Something had to have gone on there that kind of ate up the chrome, but pretty simple fix if that's something that you care about. Dash is in great condition. There are no cracks here or anything. Carpet seems pretty solid. On the driver's side, there is a little rip that I'll show. As far as the seats, there's a bench seat, and in the front, pretty solid. No rips or tears, just your normal, you know, wear over the years. In the rear, panels look solid, and the seat behind the passenger pretty solid as well. No rips or anything, and the carpet is solid. Let's slide over to the driver's side. So really the only areas of opportunity in the interior is going to be behind the driver's seat. So you can see that this seat was patched up. So we got two there, and then we got one there. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it's gonna take somebody that is redoing the entire interior to get this right, or you're gonna have to find somebody that's confident enough to, you know, cut out these squares and sew new ones in, but then it's gonna look new as well. So that's why we didn't mess with it. It was gonna take away the character, because the whole seat was just gonna be smooth instead of leaving, like, you know, the squares and the stitching in there, and we didn't want to take that character away. So we'll leave it up to the buyer to decide what they want to do. Back of the seats are solid, and the driver's seat themselves, good condition. No rips, no tears, nothing at all to point out there. Driver's side door panel, pretty solid. No issues there. And same thing, like I said, it's just a little bit dull. So probably some new ones to do you good. Dash reads 45,042 miles. We'll go on the test drive in a minute. Check it. All right, y'all, so we get ready to go on the test drive in the 70. Let's go here. That's a cold start. She's been sitting since the weekend, so basically what you expect. These 455s take a second to warm up, so I'm gonna let her kind of warm up before I get going. Let's see. I can see the headlights on in the cars, but I do not see the dash lights, so that might need to be replaced. Let's see. The blower is blowing. We're gonna let it keep going. The air is cold. We'll wait and see, but it seems like the AC is working. Wipers work. No horn. And I don't believe any radio. Yeah, I'm not getting any sound, so no radio. And I know the top works. We'll check the top when we come back. Again, the mileage is 45,042. That's what it reads. I don't have any dashes on. All the windows work. Let's see. The reclining seats work as well. And that's it. Let's go ahead and go on this test drive. I've always been a fan of the 455, like rather it's in, you know, one of these or Granvilles. Like, they just super smooth. Sometimes they take a second to warm up, but the power delivery is just super smooth in these always. Of course, we do have 6s on here, so not bad on the turn there. Let's see. Oh, that's the dog barking. I thought the wheels was rubbing. Brakes feel good, nothing crazy. Let me go ahead. Yeah, brakes are solid, no issues there. Able to turn with the 6s, no rubbing there. Hands off the steering wheel. She's tracking straight. Steering wheel is cocked a little bit to the right, but that could either be an alignment issue or it could just be the way the steering wheel's on. But not super loose compared for, again, the era of car that we're talking about. Speedometer did come up. It's reading about 20-25, which is pretty accurate for the speed I'm going. Shifts feel smooth. I'm not having any issues. If there's nobody in front of me, I'll give it a little gas once I hit this. Again, not the sharpest of turns, but sharp enough that the sixes didn't rub. So, and the ride isn't choppy. I'm not bouncing around, and I'm not bottoming out neither. 455 is getting up to speed decently. Doesn't have a loud muscle car sound. You know, it's kind of more for cruising. Of course, this is kind of more of a luxury car, but with enough power to still have fun, of course. Oh, I forgot. Turn signals do work, right and left. They're both working. I gave it a little bit of gas in the corner and she broke loose just a little bit, but I think that's too because, like I said, I was already deep into the turn a little bit. Definitely a beautiful day to have the top down. I think it's like 73 now. Little tiny bit windy, but still a beautiful day for sure. Gas gauge is reading at a quarter. Obviously, you know, I can't stand by that, not sure, but we got our big dip here. Let's see if she bottoms out, and she did. So of course you got to be careful when you get the deep hills, humps, dips, whatever you want to call them. Like that one is pretty deep and I normally hit it, and she did kind of scrub. So with those sixes, you got to make sure you're careful, you know, when you're hitting different like I said, just different elevation changes. So I'm gonna go ahead and take it back, get it on the rack, get underneath it, and we'll see how she looks. All right, y'all, we got the 70 up on the rack, starting with the rear bumper. Rear bumper looks pretty solid. Got a little bit of, I don't know, it looks like somebody rubbed up against something here. And then of course at the bottom, you got your normal little curb rash, but nothing crazy. No signs of pitting or crazy rust, so nothing to worry about there. Getting underneath the car, floor pans as expected look good. I'm sorry, trunk pans look good. Gas tank is solid, no signs of leak. I just came off the test drive. Let me get under here. We got drums in the back. Looks like stock suspension all the way around. We got a 10 bolt, looks super clean. Obviously the exhaust was done at some point in time. I need to raise this up a little bit. Now looking at the floors are solid, no signs of rust. This peeling is just the undercoating, but no signs of rust, no soft spots, no patchwork has been done. And the same can be said about the frame as you follow down. Frame looks exactly the same too, no signs of rust or anything. Cross member looks solid. Let's see, keep on moving up. Again, floor pans look solid. The only thing we got is the undercoating starting to peel, which, you know, again, 55-year-old car, but no soft spots, no patchwork. Moving up towards the front, we do have disc brakes. Everything else looks stock on the suspension. No signs of any leaks. Again, from the oil pan or the transmission pan, just came from the test drive. And nothing from the power steering or the radiator. At some point in time, they had to have had like some type of horns hooked up. But again, the horn isn't working, so I don't know what they did. Looking at the front bumper, looks solid. No signs of rust, no pitting, no dents. Just your normal little curb rash underneath. Coming along the passenger side, all the trim is intact. Get you a better look at these wheels. Again, they're super clean. No signs of any rashes or anything like that. And the tires still look solid. Moving along underneath, trim is intact, no rust, frame looks solid. Skirts are good, and as well are the back wheels as well. And let's move on over to the driver's side. Again, body is pretty solid, all the chrome is solid. That wheel is good. And the last one. I do think that these wheels fit this car pretty good. Like, it's a very good design. I know like the Dubs aren't a super popular brand, but I do think the overall design goes good with this body style of car. So stay tuned and we'll get the top. All right, y'all, we can go ahead and get started so we can put the top up. So no issues with the top. And like I told you, like I said, it's brown like the car. It's in perfect condition. Had to be replaced very recently because the glass is perfectly see-through with no marks. So if you're interested in this Electra, make sure you give us a call, 256-801-4409. Check us out at Rolling Museums on Instagram and the website. I appreciate you watching. Make sure you like and comment below.